it's Twintuitive717. I am back with another video. I hope you guys are doing incredibly well. I'm on to share some messages and really just a supportive reading for the Divine Masculine Collective, because I feel like many of them are going through a lot of changes, okay? A lot of them are quiet right now. They're keeping quiet, and I feel like they're learning a lot of lessons in their karmic connections as well. And I just wanted to tap into that and maybe just share some general guidance with the Divine Masculines, okay? Because I feel like, you know, many of them are missing the company of their Divine Feminines and being able to just freely reach out to her. But many Feminines are getting messages about not intervening at this time. I'm picking up on a lot of Feminines getting guidance to just stay busy and to self-care and to allow your masculines to see a lot of their karmic connections for what they really are. Because I think the realization with the connection between masculine and feminines who have this theme in their connection where there are karmic partners present, I feel like it's up to the masculine, or if it's the feminine that's in the karmic connection, you know, it's up to them to see that truth. We have artificial heart coming up here, okay? And I feel like many masculines are coming to the realization that, you know, they're aware that the karmic connections that they're in, you know, it's not authentic. And many of them, because they have connected with the Divine Feminine, maybe many of you have had a lot of spiritual conversations with your Divine Masculine, or just your energy in general, Divine Feminine, has been very grounding for your masculines. And I feel like many of them can't unsee what they've seen, or they can't unfeel what they felt with you. Since being in your presence, it's put them into the Hanged Man a lot, where they are seeing the world from a different perspective. It's more grounded and beautiful, and they're starting to see through things, and that includes people, okay? And many masculines are having a really hard time right now surviving their karmic situations, especially if it's like a romantic partnership or an intimate relationship. I feel that many of them are being faced with the lesson of learning to let go and stand up for themselves in these situations, and they're also waking up to questioning themselves as to why it is they attract these types of karmic partners, and it's initiating a lot of healing within them. So that's why many masculines are starting to see that it's necessary for them to isolate at this time, because they're waking up to the fact that the reason that they keep attracting people with an artificial heart is because they are keeping the company, and they're going to places and surrounding themselves in environments that attract this type of energy. So that's why many of them are really being forced into this hermit position. And I think it's like the 10th time they've probably like repeated this cycle, but I feel for many of them it's like the lessons are actually kicking in this time, and it's like they want someone to talk to about everything that they've been going through and realizing, and for some weird reason, they can see through people, and they're hearing things, and they're having these intense, crazy dreams. And the only person who would understand them is the Divine Feminine. But like I shared in the last reading, many of you are just being guided to mind your own business at this time. And I feel that the universe is specifically orchestrating this as a way of helping you to protect your energy, Divine Feminine. Because I feel like if many of you aren't looking at your masculine through the lens of letting go, walking away, taking care of yourself, allowing them to fight their own battles. If a lot of you weren't seeing your masculine through these lenses right now, which is what the universe has orchestrated to protect you, you guys would be jumping in there to help them, constantly messaging them, reaching out, letting them know that you're always going to be here, you're always going to be by their side. And, you know, they never fully get an opportunity to face what's in front of them, because it almost comes like the Divine Feminine becomes a distraction at this point. So sometimes you might find that the universe will step in, and it's like the only way they know how to step in is by orchestrating situations where the Divine Feminine and masculine will connect in a certain way, where the feminine knows that at this point she must take a step back. It's like something will end up happening in the connection. There will be some type of conflict, and it's like the Divine Feminine knows she has to step back, and it often pushes the Divine Masculine into this place of, again, seeing people for what they are and experiencing people and places and things, and yeah, feeling like the psychic energy around it or this empathic energy around it, and all of a sudden they just feel really alone, even though they're surrounded by people. It's like these people do not feel in alignment with who it is they are. So many of them are really struggling right now because the places that they once felt comfortable in has become very, very uncomfortable. People that they used to feel relaxed around, they're just now wanting to like get out of the situation as fast as they can, or all of a sudden making up excuses like they've got to go. And yeah, again, many of them are being forced into alone time so that way they can really think about everything that's been happening. What else are they having realizations about while they're spending time alone? All right, so I have the Addicted card coming up here, okay? And the reason I feel like there's a bunch of swords here going through his back is because I feel like many masculines are starting to see that they're putting themselves in these situations. All right, so any situations where they feel like they're out of alignment, they're starting to wake up and stop placing blame. Like, instead of waking up and being like, why does this person have to be such an asshole? They're starting to, like, again, see themselves as like, I need to take accountability. Why is it do I like hang out with these people, or why do I still continue to keep the company of these people? And again, it goes all of it is going back to like, oh my God, you're afraid to be alone. And where is that coming from? Where is that feeling coming from? And they're going deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. And if many of you are wondering, like, why they're MIA, why they're silent on a lot of people. And this includes a lot of their karmic partners, which is why their karmic partners are so busy on social media trying to create illusions, right? It's because you can feel it, Divine Feminines. Many of your masculines are isolating and they are studying right now. They're studying whatever the heck is happening to them right now, and they're trying to get to the bottom of it, much like many of us did. And we discovered the inner work, right? So what types of synchronicities are these masculines getting in their period of studying? It's like they're in spiritual school right now. What are they learning? I see the Lion coming up here. And that might be a personal synchronicity for many of you who resonate with the Lion energy, and like it feels like you're masculine. And I think that they know their strength, but right now they're questioning their pride. Okay, they're questioning the pride that they lean on. Okay. And it's interesting that many masculines associate with the Lion, because lions are very much like, I guess, social animals, right? Like they're part of a pride. Oftentimes there's actually just probably only like one or two males in a pride, but usually like, the leader. But it's interesting what I'm getting through this card and the Addicted card and the Artificial Heart is that the other day I was actually learning about tigers, and I never realized how powerful tigers are. And I feel like the divine masculines are going from this lion energy that they've always associated themselves with, and they're growing, and they're maybe seeing themselves more as like a tiger now. And tigers actually spend a lot of time in solitude, okay, like probably like their whole lives, except for when they have to mate. And oftentimes I think once they mate, they go, and I think it's just the female that raises the cubs. But yeah, tigers live in solitude. So I feel like your masculine is going through a transformation, and he's having to really get into that tiger energy and really leave this behind, because he's kind of starting to see that it's like, maybe this whole pride thing is not for me, and I need to spend some time in solitude, because maybe within that pride there's always some kind of drama, there's always this type of addiction energy going on. And again, he's starting to question himself, like, what, it's got to be me, like I'm probably addicted to this type of drama, or I'm addicted to the feeling of sticking around here because I'm probably scared to be alone, or scared to let people down, or scared to let people see the real me, and then feel that rejection of being ostracized from everyone he knows. But I think watching his divine feminine embrace her solitude and her weirdness, and just kind of feel this sense of fulfillment. Like, that's why he watches you a lot, divine feminine, you know? Like, I think that many masculines learn from you. Yeah, the chicken. I love that the chicken comes out, because the chicken is the leader. I learned this in the Berenstain Bears, where, you know, sometimes people will be like, oh, don't be a chicken. But it's like, chickens are very brave, you know, and they don't really follow anybody around. Like, being a sheep, on the other hand, like, the sheep will, wherever the ram runs, the rest of the sheep will follow, right? And it's cute too, because if you guys have ever seen Charlotte's Web, you'll see how the sheep communicate. And there's this one sheep that's always like, why do you guys always have to do everything the other one does? And yeah, I love that they're both animals, things coming out here too. But this is how he sees you, divine feminine, and this is what's helping him to get past a lot of this energy here and really outgrow his karmic connections, because again, what's been felt with the feminine can't be unfelt. It's almost like you saw him, and for him to be seen by someone like you, divine feminine, it was magic for him, okay? And it's teaching him a lot of lessons, and he's going through a lot of transformation. And it's funny that we talk about him moving into this fierce tiger energy, and this tiger is learning from this beautiful little chicken. I love that. All right, guys, I think I'm going to end it off here, okay? I love you guys. Take care, and I will catch you in the next reading. Bye, guys.